Peace, family. What's good? It's your man, Ocean. We back at it. The freedom fight continues. Thank you very much for tuning in to the Chieftain Network. Like, subscribe, share my video as soon as you come in the room. I very much would appreciate it. Help your boy break the algorithm. Help me get up in it one time for your mind. Now we got a story about the Jacksonville Police, where they, in my opinion, my little humble opinion, they got got unnecessarily rough with a young man that they were in the process of apprehending on some charges, some previous charges they say on some previous charges, but when you read the story that come behind it, it says that the police didn't even really have a chance, didn't even have a reason to engage with the suspect. But I'm gonna play this new clip, then I'm gonna read a little bit of the story, then finish my commentary, and we're gonna get out of here.
Right to your top story for you. A little over an hour ago, we got a first look at the arrest report of the man at the center of this viral arrest video, which we do want to warn you is disturbing, as is this photo we received, his mugshot. This is Lakean Woods' picture after the arrest. At 11 this morning, Sheriff T.K. Waters held a press conference related to domestic violence and did not take any questions related to Woods' arrest. On your side, Atia Collins was at that Sheriff's News conference, and she joins us now. She has her hands on this arrest report. Atia, what have you learned?
Yes, good afternoon. Well, I just got through reading through that arrest report, and what we are learning is that Lakean Woods is described as violently resisting arrest, and in the report, it's apartment complex.
That ain't necessarily true. That ain't necessarily true that he was violently resisting arrest. He was trying to resist getting his ass beat.
Driveway. Detectives there tried to conduct a takedown of that vehicle and commanded the occupants of the vehicle to exit, but the report says that Woods ran and refused commands to stop. A detective chased Woods, was able to catch up to Woods, and the report says that that detective used a taser and struck Woods twice, at which point Woods fell to the ground. Now, the police report goes on to say that Woods then began to violently resist, and that during the struggle, a detective hit Woods in the face and ribs, and that another detective who arrived also used knee strikes on Woods' upper shoulders and his ribs, and that those knee strikes unintentionally hit Woods in the face, according to the report. At the end of the report, it says that 3 detectives and a patrol officer were used to handcuff Woods. And now we are still waiting for more information from JSO, but they did tell us in a statement that they take allegations like this seriously and that the incident is now under administrative review. What we know is that Woods is being held on charges of armed drug trafficking, possession of a controlled substance, and resisting an officer with violence. Now, the sheriff has said that the body-worn camera footage will be released in relation to this arrest. Again, the sheriff not taking any questions here inside JSO, but saying that all questions will be answered via email. Put him in handcuffs.
So, you see that. But it's another version of the story too, where they just unnecessarily rough. Matter of fact, I'm gonna read a little bit of that other story. So just bear with me. Let's see here. It says Jacksonville Sheriff says body camera video shows officers were justified in being suspect. Of course, that's what they gonna say. The Florida Sheriff released the body cam video Monday that he says shows his officers were justified when they repeatedly punched, elbowed, and kneed a drug suspect who appeared to resist arrest after being zapped with a stun gun. And pinned to the ground. So they saying, and mind you, this dude like 5'8", like 140, 150 or some shit like that. So he ain't no big old dude. So you telling me he took 2 stuns and he still was bucking, and y'all hit him 40, 50 times and he still was bucking, so y'all just had to keep on beating him up. So that's what you're telling me, I guess. The suspect's attorney, meanwhile, is calling for a federal investigation of the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office and accused the Sheriff T.K. Waters of a cover-up. Friday's arrest of LaKeon Woods drew national attention after the release of passerby's cell phone video showing that officers beating him and appearing to slam him on his face first onto the ground after he was handcuffed. So after you got him handcuffed, why you still gotta wait? What threat is he posing where you gotta slam him on his face? I'm trying to figure out. After he handcuffed. Ain't that the whole point, is to get the suspect apprehended and now he in custody? You shouldn't have to do no more extra stuff to him because he already in custody. And that's what the whole point was, to get him in custody. Oh, okay. Waters and Mike Shell, his assistant chief for public accountability, told a news conference that the officers knew Woods had been accused of the M-word and was on probation for armed R-word and had been connected to firearms and drug trafficking when they gave chase to him Friday after a traffic stop. But what you pull him over for, though? You talking about you seen it? Y'all didn't say y'all seen a drug deal. Y'all just say he just made a drug deal not too long ago. Y'all didn't see that. I'm telling you, you gotta watch the way that they word they stuff, bro. They ain't got him on camera making no drug deal because they would say that it will be in the write-up already. Oh, we saw him make a drug deal, but now y'all just saying he just made a drug deal. But you ain't saying that we got this man on tape, we got hard evidence of him just making a drug deal. Therefore, the traffic stop, you shouldn't even been stopping him. You shouldn't even been stopping him, man. Mud shots taken out the Woods arrest shows him with both eyes swollen and bruises and cuts on his face. There was force used by the arresting officers, and yes, the force is ugly, but the reality that all force, all violence is ugly, Waters said. This the chief explaining away why his officers had a free-for-all on their dude's face and his ribs and his kidneys and all that stuff. So this the reason why it calls force is ugly. So that's what the chief or whatever you call him, that's his reason. But just because force is ugly does not mean it's unlawful now, because y'all write the law and y'all twist them and bend them and this is a black man too, by the way, because I seen the press conference. It is the same. I seen the press conference. This is a black man talking, but he says but just because the force is ugly does not mean it's unlawful or contrary to agent policy. He said all officers remain on the street where they belong. Okay. Well, we see where you standing at. We see where you at with it. Woods is charged with resisting arrest, with violence, armed trafficking of the white stuff and the other white stuff and other felonies. Henry Daniel Woods, attorney, said that he will petition the U.S. Justice Department to investigate his client's beating. It's unfortunate that the sheriff believes that beating an unarmed man is justified, Daniel said. I promise you, Daniel, because that's wild that he just set up and said, sometimes we got to use force, and this how much force we had to use, and shit, just deal with it. That's basically what he said. It's obvious that that he was complicit and an enabler of clear misconduct by his officers. Of course, he in on it. And it's not surprising that the sheriff's office didn't find any misconduct because they investigate themselves. Yeah, ain't nobody, if I ain't got to run an investigation on me, I don't think I'm going to find too much wrong either. I like the way I run this shit. You feel me? So I'm pretty sure they coming at it from a similar form of fashion. I like when I'm in control, so I'm going to stay in control, and I ain't going to put in the investigation that I be doing wild things sometimes, because then they're going to try to take some of my power away. They're just, you know what I'm saying, common sense as it get right there. So I see. We know how you operate. Body camera footage shows that Jacksonville officers, including Hunter Sullivan, stopped on a Dodge Ram pickup in an apartment complex parking garage. Shell said the stop came shortly after Woods completed a drug sale at the gas station. Officers then seen pointing their guns at two men, Woods and they surrendered without incident. Waters said C-word and fentanyl and methamphetamine and a handgun were found in the truck. So maybe they did see him. I apologize. Maybe they did see him make the sale. The video shows Woods, however, bolting from the front passenger seat and into the apartment complex with Sullivan giving chase. Sullivan repeatedly yells at Woods to get on the ground or he was shooting with his taser gun. I guess this is the police account of it. When Sullivan gets close enough, he shoots him twice with the stun gun. Woods falls face first on the pavement. Sullivan jumps on top of Woods and repeatedly tells him to put his hands behind his back. And I'm sure he was trying to put his hand behind his back. Woods, who is 5'8" tall and 160 pounds, squirms and sometimes put one hand behind the other. Puts one hand or the other behind his back and then moves to the other beneath him. In an arrest report released Monday, Sullivan said he repeatedly hit Woods in the head and the ribs and repeatedly hit him in the head and the ribs. Sullivan said he repeatedly hit Woods in the head and the ribs and elbowed him in the face, fearing that he was reaching for a gun in his waistband. How convenient is that? After you done beat the hell out of him, you still think he's reaching. Detective Joseph Garriga arrived and said in the report that he need Woods in the head and shoulders while another punched him. After 2 minutes, they got Woods handcuffed according to the video. So they beat brakes off on him for a good solid 2 minutes, just beat him up. And you see the, you know what I'm saying, the after effects, how it fade look, all swole up and beat up and tortured and just over with. Another body cam video shows officers still accusing Woods of resisting arrest as they try to hit him from the ground. So they try to lift him from the ground so they can slam him on. As they lift him from the ground so they can slam him back. Then they drag him into a sitting position on the ground. So they just ragdolling him, just treating him like a pit bull treat a piece of cloth that you throw out there for him to play with. Daniel Woods' attorney says that the sheriff's office had no legal reason to stop the truck. In the report, officers said they originally stopped the truck because the driver wasn't wearing a seatbelt, but he wouldn't pull over. They had no reason to engage Mr. Woods. None, Daniel said. He said Woods wasn't resisting arrest as he struggled with Sullivan and the other officers, but were trying to protect himself from an awful beating. Any man who is getting beat is going to resist the beating or he could get killed, Daniel said. Woods is being held at Jacksonville jail. He'll be on probation. He has been on probation, pleading no contest to a 2017 R-word in Tallahassee, to which he and his roommate tried the R-word, a marijuana dealer at gunpoint, according to the court records. The dealer pulled his own gun and fatally capped the roommate as Woods fled. Woods was originally charged with second-degree M-word in his roommate's death, but a plea bargain was reached last year that released him without prison time. So this boy here is he's troubled, man. Boy, you troubled, boy. You need to slow down and sit down somewhere, young boy. Damn, well, you was a rough one. In 2019, Garriaga shot a man in a traffic stop over an unbuckled seatbelt, according to public records. Prosecutors found the shooting was justified. Of course they found the shooting was justified because all of it worked together. And the lawsuit filed by the dead man's family was later settled for an undisclosed amount. Federal records show Daniels was the family's attorney. So it's all a big cycle. It's all a big cycle, and you know what I'm saying? That's the reason that they can go out here and jump on him with no worries that, you know, it's gonna be career ending or nothing like that, we're gonna have the same lawyer, we're gonna have the same judge, we're gonna tell the same lie. My life was in danger. Man, after you hit him with the stun gun, that was over with, bro. After you hit him with the stun gun, it was over with. He wasn't fighting no more. He probably was trying to stay alive. He was hoping y'all didn't kill him. That's what he was fighting against. He was fighting against his death. So you can't really even blame him for that. And y'all just took advantage of the circumstances, the power trip that you be on, the drugs that you be on, allegedly. Y'all just went in on the boy and just beat him for everything that he worth. Looked like he about 20 years old at the most. It really looked like he about 15, 16. I don't know how old the boy is, but y'all beat him like he in the rival game. I tell you that much. Y'all beat breaks out for him. Y'all swole him up real nice. Made him look like Martin on that episode when he got into it with Hitman Hearn. And I just don't even see the reason why it had to go there for when I seen on the other day a dude drove his truck into the police station, bro. He was of the other hue. He didn't look like me. He didn't have the same type of, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? He wasn't like me. He was like them. Drove his truck into the police station. Drove the truck into the police station. Do you think that they even one of them police pulled out a pistol or did anything that was, you know what I'm saying, threatening to the man? No, he got arrested peacefully. Drove his truck into the police station. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you grasp? He hit the gas, came through the wall in his truck. Google that, man. What? Look at that. He came through the wall in his truck, bro. Anyway, man, let me know how you feel about this story, man. Thank you very much. If you made it this far, like, subscribe, share my videos. I very much appreciate it. Definitely comment on my shit. You can agree or you can disagree. Just let be respectful with it. Come back again. We'll do this again. Your boy's out.